Sciencey we do best. Miss C helps you pass the test. Whee!
Hello and welcome to the How To series of science videos with me, Miss C. In these videos, we will tackle the topics which at the moment make your brain hurt and make them less painful. In this video, we're going to focus on how to calculate relative formula mass. If there are any other topics for calculations that you're finding a bit painful in biology, chemistry, or physics, please put them in the comments box below. So, how do we calculate relative formula mass? Well, guess what? There is a process. Yay! And as you will get to see, I love a process. And that's because if you learn the process, you can solve any problem on that topic. So in this particular calculation, the steps are really easy. As you can see, first step, you write down the chemical formula of the substance. The second step, use your periodic table to look up the symbol for the element. The third step, you find the relative atomic mass value for each element. And if you're lucky, this data will have already been given to you in the question, so you might not even have to do steps 2 and 3. Step 4. Add up the values for each atom of each element present in the substance. And then the value that you've calculated is the relative formula mass. Brilliant. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's have a look at a worked example. Calculate the relative formula mass of glucose. C6H12O6. And there, just to help you later on, there is the structural formula of glucose. And you'll be seeing that a lot. So, all you have to do is follow the steps. So, write out the chemical formula, C6H12O6. Next, use your periodic table, look up the symbol for each element. And when you've done that, you can find the relative atomic mass value for each element. Carbon is 12, hydrogen is 1, and oxygen is 16. Now we're going to add up the values for each atom of each element present in the substance. Now you can see for the formula, we've got 6 carbon atoms, we have 12 hydrogen atoms, and we have 6 oxygen atoms. So there you can see how you should set your working out down on your exam paper, and you can see that the relative formula mass for one molecule of glucose is 180. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Handy hint for you. There are certain substances that you will come across quite a lot, such as glucose. So it's really useful to learn the formulas as you go along, and without even knowing it, you'll end up learning the relative formula masses as well. So this will save you some time in your exam. Let's have a look at another worked example. So this time we're going to find the relative formula mass for an alcohol. This particular alcohol is ethanol. And there is the formula for ethanol. So just like the previous example, you follow the steps. So we're writing out the chemical formula, C2H4OH twice. Next, we're going to use our periodic table. We're going to look up the symbol for each element, and then we're going to find the relative atomic mass value for each element. As you already know, carbon's 12, hydrogen is 1, and oxygen is 16. Add up the values for each atom of each element present. So this time we've got 2 carbon atoms, we've got 6 hydrogen atoms in total, and 2 oxygen atoms in total. So we do the addition sum, and then we can calculate that the relative formula mass for ethanol is 62. Ethanol is a substance that you will come across quite a lot as well. So like I said with glucose, you'll probably find that you end up learning the formula and its relative formula mass without even trying. Now, we're going to have a look at another worked example, and not because you have to do anything different, it's just that the formula is slightly different. And sometimes this can put people off. Don't worry, it's easy peasy, you just follow the steps. So, with this time, we're going to calculate the relative formula mass of hydrated copper 2 sulfate, Cu SO4.5H2O. Now, the .5H2O just tells you that there are 5 water molecules attached to the copper sulfate. That's all it means. So, just like in the previous 2 examples, you're going to follow the steps. Write out the chemical formula, CuSO4 5H2O. We're going to use our periodic table. We're going to look up the symbol for each element, and we're going to find the relative atomic mass for each element. So copper is 63.5, sulfur is 32, hydrogen, as you already know, is 1, and oxygen, as you already know, is 16. Just like before, you add up the values for each atom of each element present in the substance, and voila, you have calculated the relative formula mass. And in this case, for hydrated copper 2 sulfate, the relative formula mass is 249.5. Yes, you did it. Well done. How easy was that? If you have any doubts or queries about how to do this process, calculating relative formula mass, just replay the video. Remember, you can pause it wherever you like, play it back over and over as many times as you like. I hope you found this video useful, and as I said at the beginning of the video, if you've got any suggestions for calculations that you'd like to see covered in this topic of videos, whether it's physics, biology or chemistry, please put them in the comments box. And a reminder, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and you'll be notified when more videos become available. You never know, if you've had a suggestion, your suggestion might appear very soon. Thank you.
All things sciencey we do best. Missy helps you pass the test. Whee!